In 1929, historians cataloging artifacts deep within the archives of Istanbul's Topkapi Palace stumbled onto something that shouldn't exist. It was a fragmented map, carefully drawn on cured gazelle skin. The creator was Piri Reis, a highly respected admiral and cartographer for the Ottoman Empire, and he explicitly dated his work to the year 1513. This portolan chart displays the western coasts of Europe, Africa, and eastern South America with surprising accuracy just after Columbus's voyage. But at the bottom, details stop making sense. The horizontal landmass perfectly matches the northern coastline of Antarctica. The problem is, humans wouldn't officially spot the Antarctic continent until 1820. Having it accurately plotted on a 16th century document is an absolute historical impossibility. To complicate things further, the landmass on the admiral's map appears completely free of ice. In 1965, a professor named Charles Hapgood attempted to explain this anomaly in a widely circulated book called Maps of the Ancient Sea Kings. This diagram compares the map's lower section with modern geological data. Hapgood pointed out that the ink strokes neatly align with the subglacial topography of Antarctica's Queen Maud Land. Since that specific landmass has been buried under a mile of solid ice for millions of years, Hapgood proposed a radical answer. He claimed Piri Reis copied source maps handed down from a lost prehistoric civilization capable of mapping the globe before the last ice age. Does this parchment prove the existence of an ancient globe-trotting society, or is there a grounded secret hidden in the ink? While the idea of prehistoric cartographers captures the imagination, mainstream historians and geographers have thoroughly dismantled that theory. You have to view this document through the eyes of a 16th century mapmaker. European and Middle Eastern navigators were constantly trying to update their charts to make sense of a rapidly expanding world. They also relied heavily on ancient Greek philosophy. Greek scholars had long hypothesized that a massive southern continent was required to act as a physical counterweight to the large land masses of the northern hemisphere. This map is a classic example of that mindset. It shows a sprawling, imaginary southern continent dominating the bottom edge, labeled Terra Australis. Mapmakers routinely drew these land masses in, assuming they had to be there. The presence of land at the bottom of the Piri Reis Map reflects these ancient philosophical assumptions, rather than an inherited topographical survey. Beyond the philosophical habits of the era, the physical constraints of the document itself explain the strange shape of the coastline. Remember, Piri Reis was working on a specific, oddly shaped piece of cured gazelle skin, and the natural contours of the hide dictated his layout. As he charted the eastern coast of South America downwards, he simply ran out of vertical space on the parchment. Instead of cutting off the continent, he compromised. He took the coastlines of Argentina and Patagonia and bent them to the right, stretching them horizontally along the bottom edge of the skin. Looking closely, we see the two coastlines seamlessly merge. The massive body of water separating South America from Antarctica, the Drake Passage, is entirely missing. Piri Reis decorated this southern landmass with illustrations of llamas and pumas, South American animals far removed from the Antarctic climate. This Antarctic coastline is a distorted extension of South America, warped to fit the unique geometry of the gazelle skin. Once you remove the myths of ancient ice-free societies, what remains is an astonishing piece of historical documentation. Piri Reis left extensive notes right on the document. He explicitly noted he compiled his work from around 20 older maps. Those sources highlight the vast intelligence-gathering capabilities of the Ottoman Empire during the Age of Discovery. While Spain and Portugal fiercely guarded their exploratory routes, the Ottoman admiral managed to secure their top-secret navigational charts and integrate them into his own work. He managed to obtain the ultimate prize. His notes indicate he pulled data directly from a highly coveted, now lost map drawn by Christopher Columbus himself. This parchment stands as a record of stolen secrets and maritime intelligence, preserving the decade when global navigation shifted from guesswork to systematic mapping.